It is hoped that the sons and daughters of light will band together, embrace the darkness, and transform these challenging forces into light. We can and we will, for light always transforms darkness. It is important to remember that dark forces have no power over you unless you give the power to them. The light is all the protection that we need, as we are totally protected in the Christ energy. We have forgotten this momentarily because of the programming that for centuries has weakened us and moved us into a state of fear. Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "There is nothing to fear but fear itself." We are now to know the truth of this statement. Remember, we are all created equal, and it is what we do with our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions in every moment that determines our destiny. The dark forces challenge us and actually can bring out the best within us if we overcome the lessons and pass the test that they bring us. Let them challenge you, but always keep it your moment of power, each instant of every day, by holding the light within and focusing on the purest and most positive thoughts your mind can create. According to Katumi, dark thought forms sent by the opposition are directed to penetrate the two weakest bodies of the 9 we possess, the mental and the emotional. Forces that challenge us and try to weaken our spirits know that if they can keep our mental and emotional bodies confused and unfocused, we become vulnerable and perhaps even pathetic. Look around. Do you see any signs of this? It is easy to see that television also contributes to this state of mind when we analyze the programs that comprise most of primetime viewing. The news reports, shows, entertainment, and even cartoons for children often are filled with violence, wars, abuse, crimes, horror, and darkness. The decision makers and minds of the television stations justify their programming by stating that this is what the public wants and that this is reality and reflects society. Therefore, they must show these events. They affect the ratings. The greater reality is that these constant images, feelings, words, and actions bombard our mind and put thoughts into them which we then project back into society. Our collective consciousness thus creates the reality around us. Look at our American society. It continues to spiral downward with crime and other degenerative conditions. In order to change the conditions around us, we must hold a higher vision of perfection within us, first as individuals and then in groups. By doing so, we will send out a frequency that will attract higher vibrations and even begin to change things around us. When we accept what happens in our midst as reality by validating events with our thoughts, we ourselves become the creators. We must choose what we will think. The ascended masters know this truth and know that what we need to do is The ascended masters know this truth and know what we need to do to change the world. They teach that we must begin by changing our consciousness through thinking and believing in the vision of tomorrow's harmony and perfection. The mind controls what we think. So if we discipline our minds to be stronger and to hold that perfect vision, then collectively we can change our destiny. This can only be accomplished in each moment of time. If this means shutting off the television to allow yourself the quiet time to hold our perfect visions, then we should do so. Change yourself and you have the power to transform your environment. If we join together in the light, we collectively have the power to transform the world. Summary: a primal source of our power is the realization we are all created equal and everything is energy. In this energy field, we are all subject to the universal laws. Understanding and living within the knowledge of the laws allows us to choose entry into the fifth dimension and higher kingdoms yet to come. Basic to understanding the laws and how to grow spiritually are the following principles. Everything is energy. God is mind energy, our thought. We are a part of this God force and thus co-creators with God. Energy travels in a circular fashion, therefore what goes around comes around. All humans have 4 kinds of energy to use in creating the future we wish to live in: thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. We each create our own reality with the energy we emit in each moment. Our PowerPoint is now, each moment, this instant in time. Dark forces try to rob us of our power by getting us to feel guilty over the past or fear the future. The past and the future are both illusions. Let them go. Dark forces do not have power over us unless we give them the power over us. All is transformed in the light. Therefore, be in the light at all times. Law of divine oneness. Spirit is the essence of consciousness, the energy of the universe that creates all things. Each one of us is a part of that spirit, a divine entity. So the spirit is the higher self, the eternal being that lives within us. Shaki Gawain said that. Our thoughts, our visualizations, and the language by which we express our thoughts are some of the most powerful tools we have for spiritual growth. Just as God, or the All, creates with mind, so do we as human beings. Thoughts create and constitute the basis for all there is because thoughts are vibrations before they become thoughts. We then express them as the energies of words, emotions, and actions. In this way, we interact with the world and carry out our life activities. The law of divine oneness helps us understand that we live in a world where everything is connected to everything else. Everything we do, say, think, and believe affects others and the universe around us. As we grow spiritually, we learn how to transmute negative thoughts, words, emotions, and actions into positive ones. Thus, we not only manifest a better environment for ourselves, but we also help create a world that is consistent with the One. To assist us now on this journey, Master Athena explains the divine concept of oneness in the following way. Greetings to all aspirants who wish to become self-realized in the light. I, Athena, am pleased to be selected to work with Master El Morya to deliver the ancient wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus, better known to Egyptians as Thoth, on the universal principles of the divine concept of oneness. I fulfill this assignment with my heart connected to the great central sun, which provides me with the connection to the divine. It is this lifeline through the higher self that shall bring forth the highest frequency of information to the reader of these words. To the students of this lesson, one directive is given. Feel the message with the heart center rather than receive the words in the mind. Absorb the light that comes with the message, and in so doing, you shall begin the journey of becoming self-realized in the light. It is not time to allow the information. It is now time to allow the information to flow from the mind of the Creator. The divine concept of oneness is the universal mind. It is the realization that all is mind, and the universe exists within this field of pure energy and light. All is consciousness, the planets, the suns, the animals, the plants, the minerals, and all beings of multidimensional forms who grace the Creator's kingdoms. Nothing escapes this principle, for all is composed of the same substance at the subatomic level. It is here, at the subatomic level, where the oneness concept sustains the life force within, and it is also at the level where higher consciousness is realized. For all is mind energy in the universes, and all is information, which can be reduced mathematically. The field of mind energy is sometimes referred to as the golden liquid light, or otherwise known as prana, chi, or life force energy. This field is accessed by individuals by silencing the active mind. This state reduces the number of electromagnetic signals emitted by higher mental actions. Silence allows the 9 bodies to align with the perfect code that locks the individual into this force field. Once an individual resonates to the frequency of divine oneness, the mind connects with symbols and patterns that reside in this force field. These, in turn, enable the mind to use this connection for creation and manifestation. The key to accessing this power lies in the person's ability to remain totally calm, balanced, and at peace during all situations.